Yes, everybody. Good afternoon, West Ham fans. It's Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys at lunchtime. I did the ratings. Was it really worth it? Probably not. If you want to go and have a chat like we always do. And then this morning I put a bit of a thought piece together. You know, is 5 games enough to call for managers to leave? I don't know, or head coaches. Indeed, I'll put a pound in the food banks pot for making that faux pas. Later on, we've got the academy show as well. So the first team are not playing well at the moment, but the academy boys are doing very well at the moment. And we go through all the academy loan signings as well in terms of whether they get any minutes. Obviously, today we're going to talk about obviously a few stories, but also concentrate on the academy, the first team players out on loan as well, just so you can get a bit of an update in terms of how that is going down. So let's crack into it. Crack on, crack in, crack off, whatever. So let's talk about Julian Lopetegui, shall we? As the apparent pressure is mounting on him already. Highly surprising, really. It's been our worst home starts to our 125-year history, losing the first 3 home games ever. And I don't think a single fan who was at London Stadium on Saturday was in any doubt that, it was. I mean, I called it the Loppy Horror Show, and it really was. Particularly as we probably got 10 of probably the best 11 starters, I think, started that pitch on the pitch to the beginning of the game. So whilst no one can really call for mass changes to the side, it's clear that Julien has to take some action. Now, what was quite interesting was the fallout, really, and maybe this should be called the fallout. Sean Wheatston, he obviously we know he's who one of his main contacts are as his club sources. He said that Lopetegui knows. He's spoken to the senior source who knows that things have to change, and apparently Lopetegui has had discussions with the higher management and assures the club that they will change. Jacob Steinberg on X, and again, the same senior source, says that he's already under massive pressure already. Every game has seen West Ham play with no structure, plan, energy, guile. Today, against the game against Chelsea, it was exposed properly. This isn't a refresh. Serious concerns about recruitment over the last 2 summers. Series of iffy signings, most with no real sell-on value. Steiden also has questions to answer. Todibo is a talent but not fit yet and wanted to go to Juventus, so it will be interesting to see if what his attitude is when he gets in. So again, very critical, and again you would assume there would have been some sort of discussion with the senior source. However, a few players have come out in support, as you would imagine. Emerson on social media said we can do better, and we will for sure. We'll work harder to get to win again. Together we are stronger. Max Kilman on Bein Sport, when he was interviewed, said we need to make sure we are much better than this. We all have to take a big look at ourselves and make sure we can improve on this, and make sure we come back next week and in the games coming up. Of course, we want to make the London Stadium a really hard place to come to. At the moment, it's really tough, but we're going through a big transitional period at the club. But as time goes on, I'm sure we're going to pick ourselves up and make sure we get going and things will improve. We need to show more hunger. We need to show more focus and be more as a team now. It's still really early on, but we need to pick up results quickly and make sure we improve our performances. That's the plan, and I'm sure all as time goes on will be there. Even Carlos Soler, the new boy, took to social media saying he's confident in the process and thinks that West Ham will be a much better team soon. We'll correct our mistakes to be a better team. Heads up and let's go for Wednesday's Carabao Cup match. Thanks for your constant support. So it does seem, as you would imagine, any Premier League side, that there is the manager, or head coach, there is a level of pressure. It does seem to be ramping up as every game goes, and it's almost like you need a performance to release that pressure, or to see some sort of something which we can then build upon. At the moment, I don't think there's anything we can honestly put to our chest and build upon it just yet. That's not something we won't do, and that's what I was saying in my sort of morning show was, let's not throw the baby out the bathwater. As you said, Max Killen, he said, it's been a mass transitional period. 23 players, really, in terms of players in, players out. That's including the academy players as well. Actually, even more, actually, isn't it? I think he's more, including the academy players, but say 22 if you take out Kante and stuff. And that takes time. That does take time, and unfortunately, time is a resource. It seems that most Premier League head coaches / managers don't have, and so let's see. We've got 2 away games coming up, and let's see where we are when we welcome Ipswich, Ed Sheeran's Ipswich, to the London Stadium the weekend after next. Let's go through and talk about some of the loan signings, shall we? Now, as I said, we'll concentrate on the academy loans, like Patrick Kelly and Callum Marshall and George Earthy. They'll be at the academy show. But in terms of the first team, loan spells, a mixed bag, I think it's fair to say, probably. JWP, on loan at Nottingham Forest, was played the first half in Forest's 2-2 away draw with Brighton over the weekend. He was replaced at the half-time mark by their captain, Ryan Yates. Unsurprisingly, Cornet, despite getting some minutes last week, was an unused matchday substitute as Southampton drew 1-1 at home to Ipswich. Tyler Dibling scored within the first couple of minutes, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later on. Stay tuned. Freddie Potts started for Portsmouth in their 3-1 defeat 2-1 defeat at home away to Burnley. He played the first 61 minutes in midfield, so some good minutes for Freddie. Possibly the first significant minutes he's had since his move. He's summoned to almost deadline day type move. Nafi Gerd played the first 81 minutes as Real Sociedad drew 0-0 away to Real Valladolid in La Liga. Kurt Zouma played the full 90 minutes as Al-Araba lost 4-1 to Al-Qadisiyah in the King's Cup of Champions, round of 32. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you know me, Abba. He scored in the 4-1 rout for Al-Qadisiyah. There we go. Very good. Elsewhere, as I said, one of the early scorers over the weekend was Tyler Dibling, who Southampton scored a good goal. Got a lot of plaudits, a lot of headlines, a lot of column inches written about him. Now, apparently, West Ham were in attendance for that 1-1 draw, scouting Tyler. That's according to several reports. The Hammers were there, as well as a few others, to score him the 18-year-old score his first Premier League goal. Man United, Newcastle, Tottenham, Brighton and Crystal Palace were all understood to have kept an eye on the young forward as the Saints drew 1-1 with Kieran McKenna's side at the weekend. He may not have a lot of minutes under his belt, having only made a single championship appearance for Southampton last year, but he has impressed Southampton since returning to the Premier League. Now, obviously, Russell Martin's side will be desperate to keep hold of him for the time being, but they may find it difficult to reject any big money offers that may arrive from an established Premier League side, particularly if Southampton, who are very much tipped to go straight back down, if they do go down, they may cash in Tyler in the summer. Perhaps just saying it, the guarantee of maybe more regular first team football at London Stadium could be attractive to the young lad, but young forward always find a move to someone like Old Trafford, hard to turn down. If Man United come knocking, they still have a huge name. But again, it's what encourages me, and again we speak about it in the Academy show later on, talking about Reece Clement, an under-18 Arsenal winger who've been trialling as well. We're still, the wheels are still turning when it comes to recruitment, and Tyler looks a real prospect, and obviously we've got the conversations are opening already because obviously we sold them Flynn Downs. We know that Cornet's there on loan as well, so those conversations are are still open between West Ham and Southampton. So let's see what happens. But exciting prospect for any club. And that's it, my friends. Again, thank you very, very much for your time. Go back and check out all the other content. Obviously, we're starting the road to Anfield starts tomorrow. And my birthday as well. That's mentioned it. My birthday's on Wednesday. And we play Anfield. At Anfield. So yeah. Good luck for that one, Russ. Maybe an early birthday present. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A victory at Anfield and getting through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Chance for a fine thing, button. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Don't forget to check out news@mamabrand.com for latest news, reviews, and opinions. And I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye bye.